Welcome back to Outnumbered. Buckle up, we could see another rocky Obamacare sign-up period. A top official from that agency that oversees the health care law says we should expect more bumps during this fall's enrollment period. This follows a report that management failures played a key role in last year's debacle, costing more than $800 million to fix so far. So, Guy, you were saying during the break you have some theories here about what some of these bumps might be?
Yeah, I'm going to go way out on a limb.
Okay.
And I'm going to suggest that perhaps the reason that the next enrollment period, which is scheduled for November of 2014, might not go well again is because the back end of healthcare.gov is still not built. Right. Still, and won't be till 2015. Which, I mean, what, we've poured almost $1 billion into this thing, and the back end of it, the payment systems, don't exist yet. That blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, Sandra, you're our money genius here.
It's cost a lot.
Yeah, but it seems to me that it wouldn't have just been cheaper to just figure out how many people needed health care and just cut them a check? I mean,
it's starting to look like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure if somebody did the math, we could find something that would be close to that. Let me tell you something. You know, I've been talking about how the administration has pointed a lot of fingers at the contractors. You know, we hired these people to do a job. They've dropped the ball. Well, the investigators turned up that the contractors said that the administration kept changing their minds so many times, increasing the cost substantially as this went on, and they really were just confused as to exactly what they wanted, and all those times they drove up the costs. So there's so much finger pointing and so much blame game here that it's just, and the taxpayers on the hook for it.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, who's the dummy getting caught with all the expenses? The American people, and it's shameful because they put politics ahead of everything else, push this through when, one, they didn't know what was in the bill, two, it's got no back end, no trunk, no wheels on it, so that's failure right there. I mean, who isn't outraged by this? Everybody should. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, you're an independent, you're a Republican. Demand some accountability. These are dollars that we could be using someplace else. They're just wasted, like flushed down the toilet, because we have an administration that was more interested in fundraising and saying, oh, look, we checked the box on health care, and didn't really care if it was going to provide quality care for American people, if other people were going to be dropped out, or if your premiums were going to go up. This whole system has been very disappointing, and there should be accountability in the next election because of it.
Yeah, and Katie, they hired the contractors, and they're responsible for managing them, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have a responsibility to hold the contractor accountable, but as we've seen, it wasn't the contractor's problem. The idea that we have spent nearly $1 billion in taxpayer money on a website is so utterly disrespectful to the American people. I can't even think straight about it. I mean, and then let's talk about this. The guy who is overseeing the rollout now is now saying, oh, well, the rollout might not be perfect for everyone come
There'll
fall.
be discrepancies.
Yeah, first of all, we're talking about real people here who actually need health insurance. You know, Democrats and the left push Obamacare on the basis that we care about people, we want people to be able to get access to health care, and guess what? Now it's like, oh, sorry, you might not be able to get your plan that you wanted after we dropped you out of the system because we said that your plan was no longer eligible. I mean, it is so disrespectful, and there are real people's lives on the line here. Quite literally. I mean, cancer
people with
patients.
life-threatening illnesses, chronic illnesses,
they need treatments, they need their doctors that they said they could keep. I mean, this is going to affect real people, and for them to now just say, well, sorry, you know, we need more of your money to not fix a problem that we should have been fixing already, that should have never rolled out in the first place, that we should have waited to do.
And P.S., not only did this guy say we're going to have a rocky rollout 2.0, he also said expect higher premiums.
Yeah.
By the way.
Which is another broken promise. You know, premiums were supposed to go down, especially if you were getting subsidized by the government to get your health care plan through healthcare.gov.
Look at Kirsten, she's even nodding. She knows.
Well, I mean, my premium doubled. So I have firsthand experience on that. So I
one
think
lucky guy and one unhappy customer.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so sorry.
You know, I was a huge Obamacare supporter, and I still support the idea of it. And I would love for them to be able to sort this out and make it work. I do think that there are a lot of people who have insurance now who didn't have insurance before and actually have cheaper insurance. And then there are other people like me who are paying double for worse insurance. Right. I mean, my insurance is actually worse than what I had before. And premiums were always going to go up. I don't know why Obama ever said they wouldn't. That's that's like saying gravity's not going to work. You know, I mean, there's no way they would reverse that in such a short term.
But that's on
a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, they were going to go up regardless of whether Obamacare existed.
But they've gone
going up for 10 years.
Right, but they've increased more now as a result of the government getting involved. And now us paying for other people's plans that now they can't even sign up for because healthcare.gov doesn't work. And
isn't there the case that millions of people might have to actually pay back those subsidies delays because of the flaws in the verification system.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know. I guess they're forewarning us all that this problem's not going to go away anytime soon, Kimberly.
It doesn't seem to be getting better because there's like a, you know, calling in sick illness report every day for Obamacare.